Hey everyone, welcome back to Higher Purpose Experiment. I'm Emmy.
And this is Zen. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between being a cynic versus a healthy skeptic, and the importance of exercising discernment. We are newlyweds who quit our corporate jobs and moved to Thailand to create a life around our spiritual awakening.
If you want to awaken, tune in, and walk your purpose with us, then subscribe.
The healthy skeptic is like a true scientist. They come in with a curious but open mind, and they are willing to take in new information and test it for themselves objectively, regardless of how far it deviates from their current view of reality.
Very true. You know, as humans, we tend to unconsciously either accept something that already supports our worldview, and we automatically reject things that don't support what we already believe.
The cynic is someone who is unwilling to adapt when they receive new information. So what they end up with is a very fixed belief system, a very fixed structure of reality, and this is essentially holding them back from growth.
Right. And meanwhile, the healthy skeptic takes a more objective approach. They feel that they can be the scientist of their own life and experiment with all sorts of ideas and concepts. And instead of letting their preconceived beliefs that we all have limit us from really exploring what other ideas are out there.
Being a healthy skeptic is especially important when we're exploring radical new possibilities that can really change the way we live our lives. For example, the idea of developing our intuition. So the intuition is a way of tuning into information that goes well beyond the limitations of our intellectual mind.
Right. And when we use our healthy skepticism, then we're not just believing everything that comes through. We're learning how to discern what our mind is saying versus what our intuition is saying.
Yeah, and that definitely helps add credibility to our inner voice and to help us trust it more.
Yes, and
right?
validate it. Absolutely. Just like the intuition example, it is so important to be a healthy skeptic because we don't want to take on false beliefs and we don't want to take on any type of dogma. We just don't want to be naive in general.
Yeah. And while having an open mind is crucial, it's so important that we test and explore things objectively for ourselves. So I'll give you an example. Say a group of friends from your inner circle are raving about a spiritual healer, and what the cynic will do is respond by saying something like, well, spiritual healing is just wishful thinking. Yeah. And the person with no discernment will quickly jump on the bandwagon, dump all their money in, and the healthy skeptic instead will maybe explore some testimonies, talk to some friends or whatever, explore whatever resources is available to him or her, and they might ask the healer about their methodologies. How does it work? What do you do? What's it all about? And then they may try a session and test it out for themselves. So in summary, it is very important that we learn to exercise a healthy level of discernment. There's a lot of information out there. We live in the information age, and we have the internet. There's so much information that gets spread around, and some of it may be more legitimate than others. But information is our friend. We just need to be sure that we are keeping a degree of healthy skepticism moving forward.
And not being too naive and not being an outright cynic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all we have for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this video, let us know by giving us a thumbs up. And let us know in the comments below if there was ever a time where you didn't use healthy skepticism and it got you into some type of trouble. Maybe you lost money or a friend, or let us know your stories. We'd really like to hear all about it. Don't forget to subscribe. We put out 3 new videos every single week, and we'd really love to see you in our next video.
Much love, guys.
Peace.
Join our Facebook group, Higher Purpose Experiment, for support from us and tons of people all spiritually awakening, along with exclusive content.
We put out 3 new videos every week, so don't forget to subscribe.
Look at that spider.
Oh, wow.
He looks old. Like he needs moisturizer.